guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be an organization video. I have struggled for years on the best way to organize my sunglasses as well as my belts, and I think I've come up with the best solution. At least it works really well for me. I love that it's very inexpensive, it looks great, it's really easy to see and grab your things, and it's also just as easy to put your things back so everything stays really organized. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have been constantly changing up the way that I organize my accessories in my closet. I usually tend to keep changing up organization if I'm not 100% satisfied, and I haven't been satisfied with both the way that I've been organizing my sunglasses as well as my belts. I do want to go into my sunglasses first just because that is the first organization that I purchased, and then I purchased the set for my belts. And I just am really happy with it. There was a few things that I was looking for organization for my sunglasses. One was I wanted it to look nice, and I know that seems like silly, but I like my closet to look nice. I like to walk in there and I like to look forward to getting dressed. I like to be kind of like, I don't know, my little girly space. I have two little boys, I've got my husband, I'm the only woman in the house, and so I love making my closet feel really feminine and beautiful, and so that's what I do. It's not the best closet in the world, but I try to make it like special touches as much as I can. Another thing that is important to me is that they're protected, both from each other as well as from things like dust or whatnot. You know, if I put them with my jewelry, I don't want my necklaces, my earrings, things like that to scratch them up. I don't want the sunglasses to scratch each other up, and I also don't want them to get all dusty. I don't want to constantly have to be, you know, wiping them every single time I grab and go on a regular basis. And so that was another thing. And then I also just want them to be easy to grab and go, but then also easy to put back. And I feel like the solution covers all of my must-haves for organization. So I do not see changing this up really honestly forever. I feel like this being a solution that I continue to do year after year. So let me go ahead and show you the little container that I purchased. I actually purchased two of them and I stack them on top of each other, but let me go ahead and show you what it looks like empty. And this is it right here. This is just one. So each container actually has 3 drawers, you can see, and then each drawer has 3 compartments. So it has 2 dividers with 3 compartments. I love this because it keeps your sunglasses separated from each other, and then because they're inside the entire compartment, they're protected from dust and things like that. So I want to show you, I'm going to go ahead and fill up this one drawer and show you what it looks like, and then also you can see as my sunglasses go in how they fit and everything. So these are my Louis Vuitton Charlotte sunglasses. These are definitely an oversized sunglass, and you can see they fit just fine. There's plenty of room on each side. And then the next one that I have are my Celine sunglasses. These are also an oversized plastic frame, and those fit right there in the center compartment just fine. And then the last pair that I'm going to put here is my Ray-Bans. Now these are my 62. Most of the Ray-Bans that you see are 58, so these are definitely an oversized aviator, and those are going to fit right there in the back. You can put them in any order, but I just want to show you what those look like. And then those are going to slide in just like that. So I didn't pull out all of my sunglasses, but I just want to show you kind of what they look like. You can see how great they look. So I'm going to go in and just throw, this is another pair of my key sunglasses. I'm going to put those there just so you can see what it looks like with the middle container filled up. And then I want to show you the bottom container. Now, like I said, I do stack one on top of each other. So each container can hold 9. Because I have 2, I can actually hold up to 18 sunglasses. But on the very bottom drawer, what I do is I have these like lens wipes that I clean my sunglasses with every once in a while. They're like little wet wipes. I put those in the very back, and then I also keep a sunglass cloth in the very back, and I keep that in the very bottom, very back drawer, just so that right before I walk out, if I need to clean my sunglasses, those are right there in that spot in the back, and you can see, and it looks great. I also want to show you, I do have one pair, but of course I have it in 3 different colors. So I have one pair that I do have a little bit more of a challenge getting them in, and these are my high keys. You guys know that I have them in gold, I have them in black, I have them in silver with the blue frame. I love these. If you haven't ordered the black ones, they're back in stock. Order them, I'll link them down below. I love them. So let me show you, I'm going to show you how both the gold and the black fit in. Let me just show you really quickly. So they don't fit perfectly. You can see it's a little bit wide. It's a little bit wide for the container. So I have to turn it a little bit and then put it in there. Now once I do that, it's not like front on like the other glasses, but the gold ones do fit. I'm not exactly sure why, because they're supposed to be basically the exact same sunglasses, just in different colors, but I do have a little bit more of a challenge with my black ones. I can't actually get my black ones to fit you know, I can't get those to fit. I'm not sure why. So what I do is I actually just leave them on the very top of the second one that I have, and they just sit at the top. So they're not as protected from dust and things like that. But honestly, I grab for these quite often, so it's not the end of the world. At least the majority of my sunglasses are covered, and at least all my sunglasses are together. So I do love this setup. Like I said, I did order a 2-pack. It's much more cost friendly if you order the 2-pack like I ordered. I'll link it down below. I highly recommend this setup. But I don't want to say like these are just for sunglasses. So think about your K-cups in the kitchen. These are great for K-cups. These are great for lip glosses. These are great for the guest bathroom. You can put Q-tips, you can put cotton pads, you can put rounds, you can put, you know, different things that you want for your guests. Maybe just like a little setup, and this could be like you fill it up every time guests come or arrive, and then fill it back up after they leave, things like that. There's so many things that you can use this for. I do plan on getting a couple for the kitchen, for, like I said, like drink mixes, K-cups, and things like that. And I do plan on getting some more for my bathroom because I love these so much. I really love those. And the next setup that I have, and I already have my belts in there just because I want to show you the full effect, because it's also a very similar setup, but it's slightly different. It is still a 3-drawer setup. The only difference is the drawers do not have any dividers. So the belts are just in there just like that. But I especially love, especially when you have these nice beautiful buckles, that they're kind of sitting to the front. But how beautiful do those look? And I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to, they look so great in there. They really do. So right now I actually have 4 belts in there. You can't see, but I have 2 coiled up in there. So I want to show you. So see, I have 2 coiled up. So there's my Louis Vuitton mono belt, and then I just coiled the other one up smaller. So 2 belts fit in there. I do want to show you, and you can notice that the Gucci one does look a little bit different, and that's because the buckle on this one is a lot higher. Normally it wouldn't fit in there, but what I do is I actually just coil it a little bit smaller, and I put the coil to the back corner, and then I lay the buckle down just like that. And so now, even though it's not all to the front, it still fits in there just fine. And so everything looks like that. So you can see the Gucci belt, even though it's a little bit higher, you can see how it's like slanted in there. I know the lighting's bad, sorry. It's like slanted in there, but it's still in there, and it looks great. Like I said, I do have 2 of these stacked on top of each other. So look-wise, I have 6 drawers, but you could put 2 belts per drawer, so you could fit up to 12 belts or up to 6, depending on, like I wouldn't be able to put 2 belts in this one just because the buckle takes up so much room, but the other belts, like this one, I would definitely put a second one in there if I wanted to. Now these are 2 slightly different containers. They do not match perfectly. It's not the end of the world, but I'm really picky when it comes to that, so I almost sent these back, but I could not find the exact ones. If you look really carefully, well, you'll see them down below. The knobs on these are a little bit more rounded, and the knobs on these are like squared off, if that makes sense. But let me show you what they look like stacked. They're the same exact height, things like everything's the same. So this is what they look like stacked. Now I don't have my sunglasses stacked on top of my belts. I have 2 sunglasses stacked on top of each other, and then 2 belts stacked on top of each other. So that's the way that they look stacked. It can move around for sure, just FYI. It can definitely move around. But as long as your children aren't playing with them or anything like that, it's not been a problem for me. They've never fallen off of each other. I have no problems. But you could also put some like sticky tabs or whatnot if you wanted to in the corners, just to keep them a little bit more secure. But I love this setup. I've been really happy with it. Like I said, I ordered 2 of these, and I thought it'd be perfect if it didn't have dividers to use for my belts, and then I ended up finding this one. So they are, like I said, a little bit different, but I love them both. So these could be used for your cosmetics. You could put your powders, your blush, your bronzer. These could be used for a ton of things. So just think outside of the box on ways you could use the ones with the dividers, the ones without the dividers. I love them for my sunglasses and belts, but honestly, there is a ton of different uses for these. They're not the highest quality acrylic, I just want to be honest, but they're also very inexpensive, but I think they do a really good job for the price. The knobs are plastic, they're not metal or anything, so they're not the best quality knobs, but honestly, I think they look just fine. I think they're a great bang for your buck, and I think they look really great with your belts and your sunglasses. So I hope that you guys find this useful, and let me know if you guys end up ordering any of them and what you use them for, if you use them for something different than your sunglasses or your belts. But you guys have a great day, a fabulous week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.